Hi, Snoopy.
Hey, Peculiar. Okay, that was bad.
That was real bad. But these are our mascots for the month. Peculiar and Snoopy. In which attire?
Peculiar the cat. Snoopy, of course, is Snoopy.
Hi, everybody. And welcome.
Welcome to Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to our silly show. Just getting off to a silly start. You know, getting in the Halloween spirit. I still didn't change my tablecloth to my Halloween one, but we're getting there.
Peculiar's appearance is by courtesy of Lady Pythia.
Yes, Lady Pythia gave us that cat years ago.
Needs a little grooming.
And Snoopy was just given to be my Mr. O.
That's right. Who loves you, baby?
I used to be a big fan of Snoopy and Woodstock and the whole Peanuts gang. I have a lot of compilations of their cartoons. I have lots of memorabilia. I have, of course, the Christmas tree, you know, with the single branch or whatever it was. Little sparse tree.
Do you remember one of my first little gifts to you on a birthday or some anniversary? I don't remember.
Oh, thanks for noticing, Casey. It's my Halloween shirt. I suppose I should stand up a little bit and model. There we are, with the cat and the pumpkins. Yes, it's quite the sparkly shirt.
Are you a vampire?
No.
Well, they sparkle in the twilight, you know.
Not that I know of.
Culturally illiterate.
So, we are using today, since it is the season, the Halloween Oracle. And it's by Stacy DeMarco. At least the book is. The art is by somebody else in the book. I'll look it up. I got it from, I think it's copyright 2014. Blue Angel Press. I think that's possibly Australian.
Callio says he thought it was a Christmas design. That would be like us, probably. I don't know.
I'm looking for a Christmas I mean, I know I can get a Christmas sparkly shirt, and I probably should.
So it's good to see everybody here. I see Libra's here, Josephine, Scott, Callio, Kayla, all of you, Esoterics,
Hey, we're
Angel
getting
Mary.
close to 200 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo-hoo!
Not a big deal for some of you out there, but for us, it's like a milestone. And I'm like one person away from 1,200 followers on Twitter. So we are moving in the right direction. We're really happy and feel so great about it, guys. Thanks so much for subscribing, following. All right. Well, the Halloween Oracle. What are we going to get here? Just a minute, Mr. O.
I'm so anxious.
I know. You get to pull it. And I think they're just read upright, so feel free to grab one. What'll it be?
That one. Whoops, I grabbed two.
Ah! Doggone it.
Put that one back. I want the top one.
Figures.
Because you're my mummy.
No, I'm not.
Mummy, change, it says.
Mummy is about change. The sand in his mouth, the bandage's wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. So the ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was seen not as many of us see it, a finality to be dreaded, but as just the beginning of a new life and often eternal life in a better place, the afterlife. So it talks about mummification and blah, blah, blah. And then it says, should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved in exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, This is just a healthy pause, an indication that change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. And look, we made room for Sunny today to come back and join us. Sit down, Sunny. No, not in front of the cards. See, you let him do that. And
I don't let him. I just
fault.
don't really think I could stop him.
All right, so I'm going to move this chair out because I saw he was struggling to get up there and give him a way off. Okay.
So why don't you do the list maintenance and I'll talk about the cards I have. No?
Oh, okay. Is there people to add? I do
Sanel
see
just
those.
came in. Hi,
Angel
Sanel.
Rivera before that.
Uh-huh.
Afshan, I've got. Scott, I've got.
So I'm going to be
Angel
using amongst my decks today the Crow Magic Tarot. That's right. Everybody better like it. And
Thanks,
that's the
Casey.
back. And there's the front. This one is Strength. Major Arcana 11 in this one. And then I also have the Night Sun Tarot by Fabio Listani, who does the Santa Muerte Tarot. And that's the Ten of Pentacles in that deck. Love that artwork. That's the back of the card. And these are both decks I've used a lot. This one I have not used as much. It's the 13 Tarot. And it's a little bit
I remember that, I think.
black, white,
Yes,
gray,
I bought it for
and
you.
red. This is called the Four of Wands here. It looks like that plague mask thing.
I think I bought it for you.
You did, or you may have bought it for yourself and decided it wasn't
No,
for
that's
you.
not true.
Okay.
I bought it for you because I remember we were at a store in Plymouth, Michigan.
Oh, yes.
And I said, would you like that deck? And I got it for you.
Why, thank you.
So, you're very welcome, Mr. O. So, what do I got here? Of course, I've got the decks I had last time. We have the Halloween Tarot. There's the Four of Bats, which is the Four of Swords.
That's correct.
It's by Kip. Thanks for bending my card, Mr. O. You
No
decrease
problem.
it.
No problem.
And the Four of Bats. Okay, that's by Kipling West. And then we, of course, have Temperance, which is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake and Elizabeth Alba artwork. I'm anxiously waiting her Owl Tarot coming out soon. And also, there's going to be a giveaway of something that Elizabeth Alba created sometime in the near future when I get it. Still in process, I think. And finally, we have the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. It's a wonderful Ace of Cups in that deck. That's artwork by Eugene Smith. I think Rose Wright is the author. And of course, by popular demand. A lot of people said they really think this deck is fun, and I couldn't agree more. Here is Sir Pumpkinhead from the Halloween Lenormand.
Alrighty.
Oh, I think we've got Sanjib has joined us. All right, I have the list. I'm going to read it out. We have Angel Mary came first, and then Sonali, Esoterics, Libra Cusp, Acel, Kayla, KC, Josephine, Afshan, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sonal, and Sanjib. And Sunny is just going to be awfully cute here. He's going to need a Sunny cam from time to time, you know.
So it was good foresight that we thought we would add this other table here for today.
So I can shuffle. So that was the goal, is to try to find a way we could shuffle and not keep having to shove Sunny's butt out of the way. So I think it'll work. We'll see. And, you know, we like them to join us. It's just that it can be a little bit difficult, right, little son?
Earlier today, if you happen to be watching YouTube, Banshee's Material Matters dropped around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that's the weekly forecast for your successful keys, the tarot keys to business, education, and finance. And reminding you that on Friday, my own show, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, which is the emotional corollary to Banshee's reading also dropped. So check this out on our YouTube channel.
Are you thinking of changing the timing on that, or are you going to leave it there?
It's going to be Fridays, but it'll probably be later on, or it'll be, late on Thursdays, just before midnight. I am thinking of doing that just to see how that works. I noticed it wasn't bad.
You got a little bit more watches.
Just a little bit of a bump.
Okay, I see we have Angel Mary's question. Thought you were social distancing.
Huh?
I'm not sure what that refers to. Is that the cats? No. Oh, social distancing with the table between us. Ah!
Where's the plexiglass I ordered?
There are no flies in my hair, let me just say.
Okay, let's go on. Thanks, Afshan. That's nice. Yeah, we figured that out, the table.
Oh, okay, Afshan. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for joining us today.
So, how about if I use one of my decks for Angel Mary?
How was my past life in love, and how was my partner? Let's see what we have.
Thanks, Kim.
Oh, hey, Kim. Welcome, and good to have you hanging out.
It was fun to see you this morning, too. Thank you.
I'm just going to put you on the list, but put a note by you for a reading.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Night and Sun Tarot for Angel Mary's reading. We like those past life questions. We don't know if we're any good at it, but...
Well, we can only get better the more we do them, so it's all good.
Enough.
And by the way, people, drop in this week on Twitter and Facebook will be some card readings we are offering for cost. There's one that's particularly timed for the Halloween season, and it's yearly readings from Halloween to fall. And there'll be more announced about that as we go along. And of course, we'll make announcements on Twitter and Facebook as well. I mean, on YouTube as well.
Amazingly, we're doing this without really having our own website yet. We're just sort of not quite there with a website.
No, but I think we can pull it off for now and, pin a tweet with this information and pin something on Facebook, so we should be able to do this.
Most or all payments will probably be through PayPal, which we pretty much have that hooked up. It's just a matter of putting the costing information into the little buttons that they give you.
I found some other fascinating readings I'm going to add to the mix after the Halloween season.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
So our first card for Angel is the Two of Pentacles.
Okay, it's upright.
It's upright.
Let's get them all out.
Interesting. And then we have the Nine of Wands.
That's a 9. Wow.
It's a 9.
Okay.
IX.
Okay. Well, it looks
Roman
like
numerals.
they're preparing something there. All right.
And then, of course, our not friend, usually, the Tower. And that one is upright.
Well, that's the way I like to see the Tower if we've got to get it. So it looks like Angel Mary, a past life, and this is about love in a past life.
This may have been a person with some lessons to learn and some ups and downs. Maybe there was a sense of some bondage for them too.
So how was your past life in love? It looks to me like you definitely had a karmic experience in this past life. I don't know if this is maybe affecting your present life, Angel, but, I think that Tower you had some major lessons you went through. Some of it had to do with balance in this relationship. The struggle maybe between you and this partner to achieve parity, fairness in the relationship. And it almost as if this life was preparing you for something. I don't know. I want to see what you have to say about this.
Well, the reason I said that was one or both of you had really interesting restrictions. Maybe it was you. I'm sensing that maybe it was the other person, and maybe your role was to try to help them find the balance or help them figure out what lessons they were to learn. Or maybe this was a synthesis between the two of you to some degree. But it does feel like there was restrictions, which of course I said bondage, but it could have meant, somebody had issues that limited their movement. Maybe they were incarcerated. Maybe they were just wedded to a particular kind of life or existence, especially if it was long ago. You never know.
Okay. Yeah, that Nine of Wands is kind of throwing me a little bit here, and I'm not sure why. I think that maybe it's basically telling me, with the way I've looked at this, is that, you had to put in a lot of effort to try to maintain harmony in this relationship. I feel like it was a constant struggle. And the Tower was, maybe this woke you to some degree, or, maybe this lifetime, I don't know why, I keep thinking there might be a connection between this past life and this lifetime, that there is some lessons from this life that you need to take away from this.
Do you get that more from the Two, or which one?
I get it from the Tower. I really
That's
get
what
it
I'm
from
now
the
thinking
Tower.
too. The Tower's kind of pulling me in there, and I'm feeling like, again, there's something here that was restrictive. I think I was misinterpreting this one, but the Tower does talk about this restrictive thing that was happening, that maybe because you did not learn the lesson, or that the person didn't learn the lesson, they're always on guard in a way, that there's always the sense of something not complete, a karma.
Okay. I read the Tower a little bit differently, because when it's upright, I look at it as a lesson has been learned and absorbed, and hopefully you're moving on into another direction. I think also maybe this balance issue might have to do with, obsessiveness about a relationship or with the relationship itself. There's just this lack of balance in your life, maybe putting too much emphasis on the relationship as opposed to other areas in your life that needed your attention. So maybe the lesson learned was how to find and how to achieve that perfect balance and harmony in your life between relationships and all the other aspects. I don't know. This is a very deep question, and these are some interesting cards we've got here for this. Let me see what the Lenormand might add. Do you have any other thoughts? I know you're looking at that.
No, and I'm a little scattered here, so I apologize for that. I think I was confusing the 9 with another card, so I tried to recalibrate that. But still, there is an impression I'm getting about that. And yeah, to me, lessons learned don't necessarily happen in one lifetime, because a lot of that is about what the karmic lesson is in the next time. So maybe, to me, the Tower is saying is that this lesson could be playing out still in this lifetime. And we have another Tower, the Clock Tower. Doesn't this happen to us sometimes?
Yeah.
And then we have the Coffin.
It's interesting that there are two towers, but of course the tower in the Lenormand has a different kind of meaning than the tower in the tarot. But I do think that's kind of interesting. And then the coffin is there. It almost seems like this whole lifetime, Angel Mary, this past life was about trying to break free from a cycle of loneliness. Now, I don't know if that means that, in your relationship you felt abandoned by your partner, and you wanted to avoid that at all thoughts. You made that come to an end. Or you really got into this relationship because you did not want to be alone. You want to put an end to feeling this loneliness and aloneness. And so you got involved in this relationship, and I think that what happened was, there was a struggle between the two of you. You weren't very evenly matched. It wasn't like the perfect kind of relationship. So maybe the lesson that needed to be learned here is that, sometimes no relationship is better than a relationship that is not, equal and balanced and fair. So that's maybe a lesson that you have to take forward, is that you need to look at, the value you place on relationships, and not to put it on above the value you place on yourself and your own life.
What has come to me with these two cards is a feeling maybe that there was a very different balance within the relationship. Like perhaps one of you was much more enabled monetarily or otherwise, and the other one wasn't. So maybe that was why I saw something about a class, or I don't think I alluded to it directly, a class struggle, but I'm thinking that maybe that past lifetime made you understand that sometimes there is a chasm in relationships, and maybe you had to give that relationship up because it was impractical for that time or that era, being imbalanced socially or otherwise.
I see that.
Those cards make me see that anyway. Yeah. Because of the institutional qualities.
It's true.
And then just the fact that there are lessons learned here. So it's interesting.
Well, past life readings are really nuanced, and there's so much that can be said, and it just depends on which way we focus the cards. It really takes, I think, a lot more cards and a lot more depth to do a real good, thorough past life reading, which is why I'm hoping at some point to offer some. And my goal, I'm actually trying to figure out a way to create a reading. I'm just going to throw that out there. This one will definitely be for cost, but where I can do a remembering far memory cards and embellish those cards with tarot. So in other words, the remembering far memory cards would say something about the time period, the place, how you die, and the tarot would provide a little bit more information to,
Right, maybe more of the personal situations or things that happened or...
in relationship to those cards. Like one will say the environment, the tarot will talk more, give more information on that environment. So stay tuned. There's lots of things that will be happening. And we will be doing a past life live stream where I will be doing readings just with the Remembering Far Memory cards.
We think that'll be live on Saturday, October 24th, so mark your calendar. We think it's going to probably be in the morning or in the afternoon.
Yeah, like early morning, late morning, early afternoon.
So yeah, and we did this last year during the Halloween season.
Well, we did it during our live streams, and it takes up a bit of time, so we thought we'd devote one live stream to it.
Hi, Tammy Bambi, I see you there.
Hey, Tammy. I saw you too, January girl. I've got you.
I saw you too. I saw you.
All right, so we're going to move on, but I hope that gave you some interesting information, Angel Mary. I see. What are your guys' thoughts about birthmarks being how you die in the past? Oh, I don't know much about that. Do you?
I've never heard that specifically, but I have heard that birthmarks might have a connection to a past life. I just didn't hear it specifically towards something like what you're suggesting. Are we supposed to read the cards on this?
No. Sanel is actually next.
Oh, okay.
That was a good question, Libra.
It's an interesting
I'm going to have to look
question.
into that. So Sanel is up, and then Esoterics, and then Libra Cusp, Acel, Kayla, KC, Josephine, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, I mean.
You're welcome.
Sanjib, and January Girl, and Tammy Bambi, if they want a reading.
All right. So,
hey, Levi. I can add
Levi.
you to the list. It's kind of a long list, though. Just giving you a warning.
Hi, Merwin.
Oh, hey, Merwin. Oh, you're just watching? Okay, thanks, Merwin. Good to have you here. Good to see you this morning as well in the Material Matters segment.
So, Sanelli's just looking for a message.
Okay.
Do you see that? And how her life would be in the upcoming years?
Oh, okay. I have an interesting timing reading that I will be offering for cost too, which will come up in the future. Man, we need to make some new screens for the show with some of the reading info.
Yeah, we don't even have one with our P.O. box on it.
And we got to do that too. Yeah, we got to check out what happened with our Streamlabs stuff. None of that's working anymore, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, apparently it's not, so we'll have to see if we can fix that. But we had some little bells and whistles that went off every time we got a new subscriber or a donation, and they're not working now, so we don't know what's going on.
Oh, thank you, Merwin.
Thank you, Merwin.
I felt really good about the broadcast, the video I did this morning. It just seemed everything clicked.
Oh, we have room, Levi, don't worry.
Yeah, I've got you on, Levi.
It's just a big list.
It's just a big list. I'll read it again in a minute after we get done with this reading. All right. I'll hand them to you in a minute.
Okay.
I just want to see them. Now we got some reversals here. We have the Seven of Swords. That's upright. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. We have the Two of Wands reversed. So upcoming, I do think that, I think you're going to be spending a lot of your energy on, in a way, kind of protecting yourself. And by that, I don't mean, necessarily in a physical sense, but what I think I mean is that, just protecting yourself from unscrupulous schemes or, different kinds of people who may not have your best interests at heart. You may have to always kind of keep an eye on your back in the next few years. I don't know if this is relating to a job. We have the Two of Wands reversed here. So it's possibly relating to a job or project of some sort. And, it seems as though you're going to be, it's your emotions are really going to be ebbing and flowing a lot.
Well, I'm getting a little different impression here because
Okay.
I think that for the next couple of years, maybe one of the things is a goal to claim or reclaim back something you felt belongs to you. Maybe it was never yours, or maybe it was yours and you lost it. It seems to be an emotional matter, so I don't know if it's somebody you had a relationship with before. Maybe that could just be the relationship with a child or somebody who is estranged from you. But I get the feeling like you're going to be using, your wits and your cleverness to try to move back and reclaim that feeling or that relationship or that situation. And I'm also thinking too and that's these two cards here, the Six of Swords and then that Knight of Cups, which is about romantic or compelling emotional relationships. With the Two of Wands reversed, this may involve the fact that maybe somehow you had to estrange yourself from that situation. Maybe you had to leave a situation and leave somebody behind. I'm not sure what exactly that could have been, other than maybe a power differential of some sort. But now you're going to be trying to work at getting back towards that.
Well, I'm glad he mentioned the keep your wits about you, because, in a way that's like watch your back. But keep your wits about you, too. I almost think these two cards go together, that the best laid plans with the cards, keeping them out of the cards, with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands reversed, that you have to be clever and you're going to have to keep your wits about you in relation to, I feel, your employment and jobs and things like that, keeping things together. There may be a job loss. He spoke of a loss, and so you might have to use your ingenuity and cleverness to rise above that to get something new. And I just feel that, relationship-wise, it just seems as though things are going to be not completely satisfying. You're going to be up and down with relationships in the next couple of years. Some things will work out, some things won't. It just seems like there's a struggle to maintain some emotional balance and harmony with others.
So in general, although we were talking about the next few years and I'm saying like this is sort of like an idea that you're working towards, it doesn't seem to be the most direct energy or activity on your part. Like, it's not like you're going in there, I'm taking this, it's really more of a subtle thing. It's more nuanced how you are putting your steps in place to get back to that situation, to reverse some of these ups and downs or to rectify them.
Well, that's exactly, I think, what the Knight of Cups talks about here is these emotional ups and downs. It's interesting that that's come up. So I think you're going to have to just think of clever ways to achieve that kind of harmony and positivity that you are seeking, because it's not always going to be easy. The Two of Wands reversed indicates the struggle there, I think. Let me see what the Lenormand can add to this. Okay, we have the fog, which in this deck is, which in a traditional deck is the clouds. And then we have the spooky tree, which is the tree. So I think also in the years ahead, you're going to be working on clearing up some confusion and fog, related to your health and well-being. I think you are going to be really putting a focus on you and how to make yourself feel better. And that could be emotionally, that could be physically as well. We know that, spiritual and emotional health and well-being play very much into your physical well-being. It's all connected. And so if you're working on one aspect, it's going to affect the others. So I think that's going to be a major focus for you, is your health and your well-being, in the next few years.
Gee, Banshee, I don't know Lenormand very well. You said in your first sentence almost exactly what I would have said, that it is really about focusing on that, or looking at aspects that maybe are confusing to you. Maybe there are some things that you don't feel like they're urgently compelling that you need to address them, but you're wondering about them, so you may want to think about those and mention it to a healthcare provider or look it up somehow. But nothing urgent. It's just where your focus is going to go.
Well, and also, Sanel, the clouds card can indicate depression or sorrow, sadness. So, I know you speak here of trying to be more positive. So I think that this plays right into it. You want to change that. You want to make a more healthy attitude and mindset. I think that's reflected here as well, now that I think about it, because that's an aspect of the clouds card. And the tree is all about health and well-being and improvements thereof. So good luck with that. I wish you the best. I think that's an admirable way to spend the next few years. Well, thank you.
And I've knocked the camera over.
O.
Hey, I got problems. I just knocked the camera over.
Oh, well, get a sunny cam. Look how close he is. Extreme close-up. So esoterics, you are up, and then Libra cusp, Acel, Kayla, KC, Josephine, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi.
A general reading.
All right, how about it?
Your deck?
I'm looking for my Halloween one.
Already?
I was like, am I going to shuffle in between his tail? And then I remembered, oh, that's why I have the table here. You're welcome, Sanel.
Yes, you are welcome, of course.
I think you're on the right path, but those kinds of changes, they don't always come easy. Sometimes we are so set in our mindsets and how we approach life. So I give you a lot of credit for that. Right? I saw this goofy remote-controlled snake toy on Twitter, and cats playing with that, and I just can't imagine my scaredy cats, how they would play with that, or if they would just hide from it.
But they like to chase the laser light, or sometimes they do. Mm-hmm.
The evil laser light toy. Yikes. Well, we have the Five of Pumpkins reversed, and that's the Five of Pentacles reversed. And upright is the Devil.
In a blue dress. I just saw that. I should have remembered that from before. It's the Devil in the blue dress.
and the Ace of Imps reversed. So it seems like something's getting off to a kind of slow or not too positive start. Wow. That's what I see with the Ace of Imps. I'm looking at the Five of Pentacles, though, and it seems like, you might be getting on your footing a little bit more next week. Things might start to balancing out a little bit, but you have to be careful that, you don't get obsessed with, how should I say this, with outcomes at this point in time. You just need to do the work that you need to do to get back on track, but don't be obsessed with how things are going to turn out, because it looks like there may be some delays and a slow start. So just be patient and not get too overly attached to the finished product, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's going to be a challenging, week or so,
Yeah.
several days. It seems like maybe there's an internal wrestle about how you feel about expressing yourself when you're trying to become more successful financially. You have those goals, and yet maybe there's a part of you that says you should make those goals definitive in your life, but there's another part of you that says no, you're not going to pay the rent by just being platitudinous. So a lot of that is really your internal wrestling, and I think too that sometimes this is just saying you need to cut yourself permission to not be totally mercenary when you don't feel like it. I'm not saying you are mercenary, of course, but sometimes when I look at that one there, it's sort of like take no prisoners attitude there. So it could just be that you can give yourself license to be the devil you want to be, or the other side of the coin, maybe the more repentant one. So, and that's, myself, I know that I vacillate so much. So I know a lot of other people probably vacillate too. It's kind of like our society. Our society gives us so many mixed messages, and I sort of feel like the devil card is sort of a symbol for that too. The idea of everything that our society wants us to be interested in, but not necessarily the more spiritual sides.
Well, yeah, and I feel that looking at this reading, though, I'm really seeing it as more business or financial oriented. I think your focus is going to be there, on the week ahead.
Capricorn.
Yeah, Capricorn
Business.
energy in the devil. That's very true. I think that that's what I'm seeing, and I'm just saying don't be obsessed with outcomes at this point in time. Just follow through with process. Focus on the process of getting to where you want to be, but don't think too much about the fact, well, I'm not there yet. Am I there yet? Kind of like the kid in the car wanting to know if the trip is over.
Well, and this is a good tip for all of us too, because we are on the verge of Mercury retrograde, and it's combined with a number of other planetary aspects that maybe there's a lot of push-pull, but things are more likely to be delayed, be misunderstood, or just disconnect somehow. So keep that in mind for everybody. We're all going to be going through that.
Like all those package problems and order problems you just had, Mr. O?
I mostly don't use Amazon. I'm not really into the Amazon thing, but then I had this gift card and I wanted to use it, and most of the things I wanted were easily, obtained that way. And then all of a sudden everything just started to back up, and it just seemed like I had to talk to 4 different people on Amazon chat to fix it. Just what you got?
Well, I'm a little troubled by this, esoterics. We've got the stars. That's the first card I pulled. And then I've got the Grim Reaper, which is the coffin in this deck. So wait a minute.
No, there is a coffin.
There is a coffin. I'm sorry. That is the scythe. The
scythe, yes.
So, I'm just feeling like you maybe are feeling a little bit, in this week ahead, lacking optimism, lacking the enthusiasm you need. Again, this could be maybe because of this devil card, and I feel that you might be too obsessed with the outcomes or things that just aren't happening quick enough. That Ace of Imps reversed, for example. So, there's a little bit
I'm thinking you were possibly considering one or more new things, new changes, and maybe now you're wondering if really you need to cut that back before you fully implement it. Like it was something that gave you inspiration or gave you an idea, something exciting, but now you've done a second look on it, and maybe, you know, with the other considerations above, you've decided that maybe you need to cut that for now at least.
Yeah.
And that would really kind of, you know, free up your mental energies and your other, you know, energies or capacities to work on what you have plenty of to do.
So I would say for now, I think that the thing about these two cards together is telling me to cut out any expectations you may have right now, and keep an open mind. Keep yourself, you know, in a state of mind as I am open to what the universe is going to bring to me, you know, and not throw out your expectations of what you think that success or things should look like. That's what we have for you, esoterics. I hope that helps.
Alrighty. Thank you for the question.
And we're moving on. Okay, I guess it's your deck now. And Libra Cusp, you are up. And after Libra is Sanel, Kayla, Casey, Josephine, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, and Levi.
Well, alrighty then.
Devil with a Blue Dress, Mitch Ryder. Yep.
I love that song.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Did anybody watch Saturday Night Live last night and see Jack White on there? That was pretty awesome. He was really kicking it out there. Oh, you are on the list to sell. You are after Libra Cusp. Okay, Libra, where are you? I know you're typing your question. I just know it. Pop some of these cards back. And so, while we're waiting for Libra, I'll just mention I'm working on this. I modified a spread we learned many years ago as kind of a wish spread, but it's if you're going to get. Oh, we got a subscriber? Or
yes, we did.
That is a subscriber. Thank you.
Thank you for whoever subscribed.
It's Libra. Linda Slack.
Linda, thank you. Linda. Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you.
And we really appreciate that. That's working. It's working. Now, if only we can get our donation widget to work. Well, at least we're receiving the donations, but...
here's a kitty for you, Linda.
It's nice to acknowledge them.
This is our Sunny boy. Sun man, Sunny.
Oh, well, if you can catch it, you know, if you go to Saturday Night Live's page, you could probably pull up the, you know, his performance. It was awesome. He did 2 really great performances. I'm not that big a fan of Jack White. I mean, I just haven't listened to a lot of his stuff, but I'll tell you what, he is a very good performer. I would not deny that, and what a show.
Yes, he is. I'm not very familiar with him, but he's got the look.
Okay, type Libra's name in.
Sure.
Just to be sure. We'll give one more shot. So I'll talk about this reading really quick. It's timing, but it's a different kind of timing spread. And what it'll do is it will tell me what, like, for example, you might have a question like, what is the best month next year for me to start a certain project or goal? Or make a major life change, something like that. And basically, or what will what's the best month for me in my work, at work? When can I expect a certain problem or thing to occur? We can look at these things and try to pin down the month. It's a really interesting reading, and I may offer that one at first as a discount because we'll want to test it. I think it's going to be a real fun reading. Do we have Libra yet?
No, I don't think so.
And it's basically called the Timing is Everything spread.
We may have to move on from Libra to our next person.
Okay, Libra, I'm sorry. All right. Estelle, you are up.
All right, Estelle, so it is now your turn.
Okay, and after Estelle is Kayla, KC, Josephine, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, and Libra Cusp.
And I guess for this one, I'm going to use my Crow Magic Tarot.
Okay.
There's that strength card again.
Okay, Estelle, we're waiting.
Maybe. Can you be a little bit more clear about what you mean there?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like modality, you're just saying just something for the signs of the zodiac for the rest of the year, maybe?
We could try to do something like that.
We might do that. That might not be a bad thing. It would be a video. We could maybe do it.
We both have sufficient astrological knowledge of some sort to do that, and we both have been using astrology in our tarot readings for many years, so yeah.
And that's right. There's going to be a modality pretty soon, too, coming up.
Oh, yeah, it's a week from Wednesday, the 21st, as we move into Scorpio. We will do the modality
Birthday
for them.
season.
Yeah, that's my birthday season.
And anniversary season.
The modality is our unique tarot reading that I came up with the idea, but Banshee fleshed it out perfectly. It basically takes what those different energies of the modality, you have elemental signs, but you have a modality. You have cardinal, fixed, and mutable, and each of those have different qualities. And if you will notice, there is one of each elemental per cardinal. So for example, in the fixed, there are Leos, Scorpios, Aquarius, and Taurus. That's fire, water, air, and earth. And so all of those have different parts of the month's energies, and our reading purports to tell you how to handle certain situations and plan for your month ahead. All right.
Okay, I don't know where Estelle is. I put that out there again, just to see.
We'll give them just a few more seconds.
Come on, guys. You got to stick with it, especially if you're up early in the list here.
Let's prep the next person.
So,
then.
Kayla, you will be next after Estelle, and then Casey, Josephine, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Libra. Levi, and Libra Cusp at the bottom.
So if Estelle's not here, Kayla should probably begin her question.
Yeah, Kayla, go ahead and type your question. Just got all kinds of things planned. We're already thinking ahead to Super Tarot Love Week, which might end up being Love Month. And we might roll out some special forecast readings for that month as well. I have a number of love spreads I'm dying to roll out.
Okay, we're losing everybody left and right.
Yeah, hey. Where is everybody? So, Kayla, are you with us?
Don't make me come over there. Oh, wait, I can't.
Well, let me type it again, Kayla's name, and see what I get.
What if you gave a live stream and nobody came?
Well, or they came and then disappeared. Well, I know it looks like we have about 11 watching, so... Is there a problem with the chat?
Would anyone just say that they're in the chat just in case we're disconnected from the chat somehow?
You know, I'm going to pull
Reboot.
myself out and come back in and see what's going on.
Okay, Kellyo and January Girl and Levi.
All right.
Yeah, Levi. Might get to that. I don't know. Hi, Scott. Thanks for waiting, everybody. I'm not sure. You know, we have some folks that they
Come and go,
drop in, but then they
apparently.
leave quickly, and then they come back. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to be moving on. Okay, Angel. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
We're saying no to a cell. We're putting a cell at the bottom. We're putting Kayla after that.
So the next is.
Next is KC. KC, you are up.
All right, Kellyo.
And after KC is Josephine.
Now, don't you disappear.
Josephine after KC, Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, Libra Cusp, Acel, and Kayla. Oh, Acel, I'm sorry. We called for you many, many times. We had to move on.
Sorry.
So you are at the bottom of the list now, so I apologize, but we waited and waited.
We actually called the next person after them, too.
And another person disappeared as well.
Brazil, eh?
That sounds wonderful.
Sounds like a novel.
I have a real affinity for South America, too. I am sure that's another place I'm positive I spent a past life at. And I don't
Really?
I think I have like 3 places that I keep going back to. South America, Ireland, and China. And I don't know if it's true, but I just know I feel something about
Thanks, Kim.
that.
Kimbobulated. I'll get that right. Glad you could join us today. Thank you.
Well, I hope it works out. Do keep us posted.
Yeah, if you can, drop us a message either on Twitter or on Facebook or somewhere. Or we'll see you next time you drop in. KC, going to Brazil.
Well, let's see what we can figure out here. All right.
I already did it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Right. So what do you got?
Okay, the first card is beautiful card, the Emperor, Major Arcana 4. Then we have the Nine of Swords. That one's upright. And then we have the reversed Eight of Swords.
Well, that's definitely movement. I have now swords. Swords are they more quick moving? When do you think this would be for time frame? Because we've got 2 swords here. So
They could be. I'm not able to address that right at the moment. I do know that the Eight of Swords says maybe this is a matter of you really being able to release yourself from some obligations or some things that are holding you back. Of course, you know, you have to a lot of preparation to basically have the freedom to go there. And the Nine of Swords itself says that this is something that really does concern you, or something about this trip, you know, on a deeper emotional level, perhaps.
Well, I feel that the Emperor is saying that you really need to put your efforts into doing this. It's on you to get the ball rolling. I mean, clearly, this is saying if you want it bad enough, then make it happen. You know, Emperor has a lot of that Aries energy. Get the ball rolling. Get it started. Make the first moves. The Nine of Swords upright seems to indicate to me that maybe what's been holding you back right now is that, you know, there's been a lot weighing on you. You know, there's just seems like there's some burdens, worries, some sorrows, maybe just some burdens that you have to take care of first before you're able to move on this. And I feel that the Eight of Swords is movement, but I feel that it might be just that the movement is kind of complicated. You know, there's many steps you're going to have to take to make this happen.
Whoo! You? He said he feels like the owl on the Emperor.
Yeah. I think that, this could happen. I'm wondering if maybe sometime next year is possible. If you really worked on it, I think it's possible by fall. But I think it's on you to move this forward. The Emperor says to take charge, take command. If this is what you really want, what's the only thing holding you back might be you.
So are these exciting things waiting for them to happen there, or are they just the progress towards that?
I think it's...
This could be exciting because maybe it's saying that once you're there, you really are in charge.
I think we should draw some more cards on that aspect.
Let's
so what would happen when you get to Brazil? Let's maybe motivate you, KC, or not. The cards may fall, to see what this trip has in store for you once you get to Brazil. We'll throw some real quick on that.
Well, that would be a cool birthday present.
Oh, yeah. And maybe I'll never come back.
Isn't that the plan?
Well, Brazil has some interesting politics and stuff going on right now. I don't know. I think they've been having some, and also they've been having some issues with the old coronavirus control there as well. I haven't heard anything recently if things got better there, but I know for a while things have been kind of kooky. So, but I just love, I do feel an affinity for Brazil. Peru is another place that I don't know. I just know I've been somewhere in South America. KC, you better get this show on the road.
That's up.
Look at that. You've got the sun. You have the 10 of Cups.
Oh.
And you have the 8 of Cups, which means to me this trip will really fulfill you in some way. It will make you feel so much better than you have felt, elevate you in some way.
It's totally fabulous.
My God, they're all, the sun is not the cups, but it's emotional fulfillment and satisfaction here with that 10 of Cups. The sun is a lot of optimism and positivity.
The sun can be about marriage. It's certainly, beautiful, loving, wonderful relationships. So
what are you waiting for?
Yeah, it just seems to me like if you go there, that's where it all happens.
My goodness. That just looks awesome.
That looks very cool.
Well, let's see. We'll just throw the Lenormand out there. I don't know what the Lenormand will, might talk about the timing, but we'll see. Yeah, I know. Aren't we all? Get back to life. Well, look at this. You've got the creepy trail, the path making a decision, and the little goblin. Maybe you got to take small steps to making this happen at first. Even just something. Get some more travel brochures. Decide on places you want to go and visit. Already start working on why you want to go, just to get yourself in that frame of mind. Start small and move up from there. But you should get that ball rolling, definitely.
You're a Leo. I know you can do this. I envy you. This is fabulous.
Yeah, really good, Casey.
Good luck. Yeah.
Well, it should inspire you to make it happen because it looks awesome. Hey, Josephine, you are up. And after Josephine is Scott, Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, Libra Cuspacel, and Kayla. And Libra Cuspacel and Kayla were ones we called and did not come when they were called.
Yeah, I see Libra's note there about the kids.
Oh,
damn
so
those
you came
kids.
back. I'm sorry, Libra. It is what it is. Sundays are crazy. We got to keep the ball rolling. Hey, you're welcome, KC. It was an awesome reading. Wow. Hey, I wish I could give everybody cards like that. Josephine, are you with us?
Josephine.
We will give you a moment.
I'll type their name
What
in.
else can I discuss? I'm going to have 2 tarot readings for general kind of readings that, well, if people want them tailored to love or, finance, whatever they can be, but they're more general styled here and now readings or into the near future. And I'm going to be offering a general Lenormand reading that we've done for a couple people free of charge. It's kind of an 8-card reading, but they're read in pairs. So really, you're getting 4 positions with 8 cards.
And 2 people with
And 2 people's
impressions.
interpretations. 2 readers in 1.
Double your pleasure, double your fun with double tarot, double tarot.
I can't stop him anymore from singing. He's going to do it every freaking show we have. There's just no hope.
I'm like an old-time crooner.
And me, I'm more likely to play the song and lip sync to it.
Hi, Josephine.
Hi, Josephine. All right, give us your question, Josephine. Let's go. Yeah.
Yep, those are the top 3.
Those
You're
are
right.
the top 3.
You are pretty much right.
Also, one of my general spreads is going to be specifically, it's kind of like a snapshot on your life at present. So it goes into different areas of your life. A card for love, a card for, work, a card for your health, things of that nature. So that's coming too. Like I said, I've got a nice little menu planned. We're still pricing it out and working out some of the finer points.
Calio thinks there's a role for you in my band.
I can play the tambourine. I like the tambourine, actually, Casey. I think I could do that.
Okay, Josephine, we have that question. I think we'll do that as a yes or no and then go back if we need to get more detail. So
Yeah,
here we
okay. Okay. Sounds good. Now, are these easy to tell the aces?
We'll find out.
Oh.
I think so. They are an unusual deck. They're probably not going to be one of my favorite reading decks ever, but it is a darker time of year, a little spooky, and these cards are a little spooky-ish.
They are a really nice size for shuffling, though,
Absolutely,
I will say.
yeah.
You want me to count them?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Want me to take a chance and see if I can figure it out? Let's see.
Thanks, Marin. You can wear the blue dress in my band. How's it going there, Banshee?
I got one.
Do you want me to double check?
No, it's the king. Wow, it's crazy, Mr. O.
Haven't you reached 13 yet?
You can count them and be sure, but that's the card on top, I think. It's because they got all these languages and then they're turned upside down. And I got one ace, so it's leaning towards no, Josephine.
Okay. So U and T may not be able to resolve this week. It's not looking like yes.
What's that one again?
That is the full reversed.
Yes, and that one
is the upright 8 of Wands. Interesting. So there's a lot of activity around this question, or there's a lot of energy or movement. Maybe someone is moving too quickly towards the wrong answer or towards a foolish action, or somebody's trying to stop movement towards a foolish action.
I think communication, Josephine, is going to be really scattered or slipshod on this. It's possible, Mercury is going retrograde this week, and what that means is communications can often be misconstrued. Not only sometimes, you cross signals You might miss a call or you might miss an email. But also, maybe what people are saying might be taken the wrong way. And I think there's a danger of that this week, that possibly things might be taken the wrong way.
A rush to judgment.
Yeah. And I know the Eight of Wands is upright, but I think that's indicating to me that there could be communication, maybe just not constructive communication because of the Fool reverse.
Well, or maybe it's frivolous. It's so fast that there's not enough detail attached to it. It's just sort of like getting out some bullets, but not really fleshed out enough.
In other words,
Skimming.
maybe surface, maybe,
Surface.
in other words, rather than tackling the problem in depth, people are trying to come up with the quick solution, and not looking deep enough at what the issues really are.
Right, and the Fool reverse would speak to that, because it really would be about the idea that you're not really listening to your own instinct, or someone is not listening to their own instinct here. That the answer is really more obvious than not, but maybe is being obfuscated by frenetic energies. I don't know.
Oh. I don't know. Is there any sound that you...
No.
There's no background sound that we can hear. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, the thing is the mic is near the computer.
Oh, I
And
wonder if there's some
occasionally
static.
there's a little bit of a whooshy noise
Let's
from the
move that away
computer.
a little bit.
Though I don't really hear
Can
it right
you
now.
slide it more that way, facing you that way?
Not really.
Really? Okay.
No, I can't.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, then that microphone should not be that close. Sorry about that. That probably is what's going on here. But no, it's not raining here yet. The sun looks like it's out. I think we're expecting rain tonight. Oh, sorry for the
It
thud.
won't even be on screen.
Huh?
That's not going to be on screen. But
That's okay. It's pretty close to me too, and I'm pretty loud. So now I'm going to try to direct it at Mr. O.
And Mercury retrograde has arrived on the set.
See if that helps, because I have a feeling it was the microphone being too
It was
close.
too close to the computer, and I think the computer is making whooshy noises, and now we have that.
Okay, hopefully that'll help. Did you want these? Are we doing any more on this question? Did you need any background?
Lenormand?
Let's do, or we could do the Lenormand. What did I do with my Lenormand? Here they are.
Under the boy?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you've got rain.
We haven't had any rain in a little while, and I hope we don't have too much.
I don't think we're getting a lot. I think it's just a minor thing. There's a front moving through that's going to start the process of cooling things down. My sitting outside days might be over. Sad. Unless I wear a jacket. Not ready to bring in the table yet. You just never know. All right, let me grab...
Okay, so let's see what else the Lenormand can tell us about Josephine's question.
Ah, this is just what I've suspected. We have the Book of Shadows, which is the book Josephine in the regular deck, and we have the mice. So here's what I think. Again, the book is generally about research and doing, diving deep and looking into things that with more in-depth knowledge, but the mice are here. And the mice kind of take away from that. And so, again, that kind of ties into what we were saying about not only handling things superficially and not really solving what's at the heart of the matter. Not going deep enough to get to the bottom of things. So I don't think things are going to be solved this week.
So without a total information on your part, which is fine, this really is an interesting question for you and T to resolve, and it just sort of seems like you're not really, at least in this time frame, able to get around to understanding either part's issues or what detracts from solving the issue.
Or resolving it, right. And also, I didn't think about this, Mr. O, but could it possibly be that maybe there is no communication this week because the Eight of Wands is indicating to me that maybe somebody is just too busy. Somebody is just too busy.
Wow.
I think that's a possibility because the Eight of Wands is just showing all this energy all over the place. So the possibility is, Josephine, that maybe you're not going to connect at all to solve these problems. I just got to throw that out there because I kind of do see that. So I think it's going to be either very superficial or not at all. And we can blame Mercury retrograde for some of that. I blame it for everything, but that's just me.
And I see that we have Drazito Santos, also known as Andre, in our chat room. We are not actually sure, because we do have quite a list, but we're going to add you and see if we can get to you.
Yeah, you're going to be at the bottom of a list. We have a list already. I'm sorry about that.
We have under an hour to get to everybody,
but
so we'll see what we can do.
All right, so we are on, hold on, Scott. Scott, you are up. And after Scott is Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, Libra Cusp, Asel, Kayla, and Dragito.
Good luck with that.
Thank you for joining us, though, Dragito. And feel free to come back to other live streams. The earlier you get here, the easier it will be to get in. So subscribe and put on notifications so you know when we go live.
Leos always make it happen. Why? Oh, wait, no, I'm teasing. Scott?
Hey, Scott, we're calling you second call. We may have to move a little bit quicker through this list, everybody, so stay on target. Okay.
Another Leo. What is this?
We fire signs rule.
Oh, I'm intimidated now.
I am not a Leo, but I relate.
Sure, Angel.
We're taking over. Yes, yes, yes. It's about time.
Okay, general reading for Scott.
Sunny is sacked out here.
Remember, these are right up to me, so don't reverse the string.
I am not.
Ooh. Hi, Divine.
Hey, Divine You. Page of Pentacles is reversed. The Four of Swords is upright. And you have the Star upright.
Well, are
I'm
you
going to let
thinking
you
of
go.
taking a vacation or taking a little time off maybe? The Four of Swords maybe says maybe you want to get away. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe you'd like to rest about something. But there's also a couple things that are possibly on the horizon. I'm just wondering if any of that's connected to this card. The reverse Page of Pentacles suggests a message, maybe about a course of action you were hoping to take, maybe about something you were hoping to study or learn more about, not necessarily a directed course of study, but maybe something you were doing on your own or a learning or focusing venture. And then, of course, that would seem to be something much more focusing, like maybe moving towards the idea of something really inspiring. So maybe taking time off to really get in touch with what your true goals are or what your true desires are in a way.
Well, it's always hard in a general reading sometimes to decide if the cards all fit together in a tidy story or if they're trying to tell me some different things that might be happening in your life, Scott. And so I'm looking at that Page of Pentacles and thinking to myself, you might get some news this week, that may be a little bit disappointing, and it could be in relation to money or finances. It may be something that breaks down that you have to put some money into, some unforeseen repairs or circumstances circumstances. I feel that the Page of Pentacles may stand on its own here in that regard. It could be a downturn in business. It could, I don't want to say a loss in pay, but there could be something, related to your financial well-being.
Could it be having to have some time off from work?
No, not in my mind, the way I'm looking at that. So with the four, well, I mean, it's fine what you said. It's absolutely fine. I think the Four of Swords to me is saying that, you might need to just take it a little bit easy this week. Take a load off this week and relax more. Don't let these little petty disturbances stress you out, because I feel that the star plays into that a little bit. I feel like some messages might come to you in your dreams. Some things that might inspire you, to act on something maybe you've been postponing. I feel some messages may be trying to come to you in your dreams. I don't know why, but I feel that those two cards fit together to me somehow. But also what it's telling me as well is that whatever this problem is here, this Page of Pentacles, is really fairly minor. It's nothing to lose sleep about, if I want to put those cards together. And, ultimately, you're going to feel pretty inspired this week and motivated to get things done. So really, I don't think it's a bad week overall. I just sense something might upset the apple cart just a little bit there. Let's see if the Lenormand can shed any light on any of this.
And I also see Violet Ann there. Hey.
Hey, Violet
Good
Ann.
morning or afternoon or whatever. Oh, it's
evening for you. That's right. I love the fact we have people from all over the place coming to this live stream. It just makes the world seem a whole lot smaller than it really is.
So take care of it, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting week where maybe you should pay attention to any dreams you have.
Well, I have got the candy card, which is not a bad card. This is the bouquet of flowers. And then I have the stork. So...
the raven.
Well, this is kind of an interesting thing to me because it looks as though there's going to be some change, some possible opportunity to make a change that could benefit you in some way, some positive way, where you could either reap some financial benefits. It's funny because that kind of flies in the face of that. Or it might bring you some acclaim in some way, some notice. You might maybe make a change in procedures, for example, at work, and somebody, like job well done, gives you credit for that and says you've really, made a beneficial change for all of us here. So, I mean, there's something happening. The stork kind of heralds something new coming to you with benefits.
Is it possible that something in a work situation would change for you? Like if you don't have a job now, like maybe you're going to get a good bite for a job, or something might change, a new assignment or something. Because I just sort of felt that at the beginning when I was looking at these cards, that's why I was thinking like, yeah, sometimes people take a vacation when they're starting a new job. They're like, oh, I'm leaving this place and I'm gonna go hang out for a while and then start my new job or inspiration. But regardless, I mostly agree with Banshee here.
I do feel that those two cards and the star may fall together in some way too. Is like, this is something that's going to be very positive and motivational. It's something that is going to inspire you. I think something very positive is going to happen this week. But every week there's pluses and minuses. There's going to be just a little bit of a pitfall and unexpected news about, I'm thinking it's an expenditure of some sort. Some money you did not plan on spending.
Alrighty. So that's
what we have for you. So you wanted a general reading, and this is about as general as it gets. I have to say, Scott. But good luck with the week ahead. It looks like there's more positive than negative. But make sure you're getting enough rest and relaxation, and be open to messages that you might be receiving in the week ahead.
Yeah, maybe that Four of Swords is saying is you are working hard, as you say, so maybe you should, think about making sure you get your rest.
Hey, Angel Rivera, you are up. It's your turn.
He said he might not be around, so he wanted a general reading. And you're welcome, Scott.
Blah, I'm honestly not sure we would be able to get to you today. I mean, at worst, for some of the people at the very bottom of the list who might be able to throw a card for you, but it's going to be very difficult to get through everybody today. So Angel Rivera, Sanel, Sanjib, January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, Libra Cusp, Acel, Kayla, Drazito, and Blah. And did I miss somebody? Divine You came in. Divine You was before Blah. It's the same thing for you, Divine You. We're kind of full up today.
Okay, Angel wanted a general.
Oh, and Violet Ann was there too. All right. All right.
So I guess I'll use my Night Sun Tarot again for Angel's General. Alrighty, everybody.
Where did the time go?
I know. I think
we did spend a little
today.
time waiting for people and doing announcements, so that was part of it.
We talk too much.
And we do talk a lot. Yeah, I know.
But we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Well, now it's funny the way he's sitting.
No, Sanel.
He is giving me table space. I see one of your cards is a little bent there.
Yes, just one.
Just one?
Actually,
Okay.
it had a more sad fate than that.
Oh, dear. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, then you won't. No, Sanel's not near the list here yet, are we?
Sanel is right after Angel Rivera.
Oh, you're the next one after the one we're doing now, Sanel. So yes, if you put your question there, we got it.
I'm sorry I picked them up, Mr. O.
Why?
Because you usually do that after I cut.
That's okay.
Looks like we have some reversals here. What is this? Is that the Two of Swords upright?
Two of Swords upright.
Is that the Five of Pentacles reversed?
Yes.
And then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Wow, Angel, this looks work-related or...
Well, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and people are holding steady, but they don't have a lot of the information they want. They're just sort of in place.
This is either with work or finances, so I want to kind of expand that a little bit out. Because I know, it seems like we relate to you with work a lot, but I got to call the cards like I see them, and it seems like you wanted a general. It's focusing on money or finance, and it just looks as though things are not working out really well. There might be some kind of downturn related to finances or recovery from that, because the 5 is reversed. How do you read this?
Well, I tend to agree that things are very unmixed, and I'm wondering if part of the solution is just that there is problems with protocols in terms of figuring out new directions as things are shifting a lot and people have to be realigned with different procedures because of the virus or whatever. I'm thinking that part of this is just there's a disconnect with how to reploy or redeploy things. In other words, if situations make people have to change their parameters, it's not really good. And so people like you are the one who don't have enough information. You're just holding on, waiting for, direction, but the direction is not as clear as we want it to be.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lack of direction or foresight in regards to money and finances. And if this is not with you yourself, this may be with, the powers that be that pay your salary. And I just feel as though they may not be doing as well as they're letting on that they are. And so that could be a concern and something that, you need to keep your eye on and you need to pay attention to.
Yeah, I think that what I feel also from some of this is that there's an inability to totally be open with everybody that needs to be open with. There's something there, but it's not exactly like there's... They want to be honest, but something's holding them back a little bit.
I really feel this is bigger than just, let's say, your library or your institution. That it's the picture of the campus itself. Let's say.
Yeah.
So I feel as though there are concerns with the COVID. That Five of Pentacles reversed kind of throws me in that direction. That things, I don't know if they post, how they post the numbers of cases and everything on your campus and how up to date, but maybe things aren't going as well, or maybe things are getting better. That 5 is just contentious to me. I'm not sure. But I also feel that maybe they could do a better job than they are with some of these matters, that they need to focus their attention on this more. That 8 of Pentacles is telling me that somebody is not doing their due diligence here, and they will be called out on it invariably.
All right, let's do.
I don't know. That's really an interesting. It's all I can say. It's kind of weird, Angel.
The ever popular COVID. Someday we'll have a rock band. That'll be the one I sing and you play tambourine in. The ever popular COVID.
Oh dear. Yeah, I worry there's a lot of fudging going on, Levi. I do.
Wow, Levi. Ooh. Ball and chain, or the anchor. So there's that. Oh, we haven't had this one. Not in a while.
Oh, and it's the sun.
The candle.
So I think that something is going to be revealed, and something is going to be revealed about how stable and secure they are. So I have a feeling there might be some revelations up and coming.
Yes, and it may just be that they're going to enact the protocols that they have been or should have been. I think some of this will be like a lip service kind of thing too, like just sort of saying like, well, we're doing this and like you should be impressed or something. Like they're just sort of, because a lot of this is so much about PR and I sort of find that in the domain of the sun too, the best possible vision or light thrown at something. So some of this is a PR thing to enable the idea that your institution, the campus, etc., is doing all the right things.
No, Toshido, we're not there yet.
No.
So
we're not that fast.
I'll tell you what, Angel. I look at this and I feel this is really more about their financial well-being, not so much how they're handling the COVID per se. This anchor is sometimes about security and stability, but it could be, like you said, it could be about the COVID. But my feeling is I'm wondering if it isn't about the money right now, and if there's something that's going to come out about their financial well-being. And COVID, like I said, whether they're doing well or not, is a great excuse for places, I'm not going to mention any names, to make changes and say, they're not doing that well, but they really are. Oh, did I just say something I shouldn't have? Well,
alrighty.
Anyway, that's what we have for you, and I wish you luck with that. I just have a feeling something's going to be revealed, whether it's about their COVID planning or whether it's about finances. See what happens in the greater campus outlook, Angel. All right, we're going to move on to Sanel. You are up, and then Sanjib.
And Sanel wrote their question.
Okay.
Let's see. Who is coming towards them in love life next with a marriage commitment?
Love life next with a marriage commitment. That's a tall order. Let's see. I'll use this one. I'll use this one again.
Yep, disaster capitalism or whatever that is.
That's right, Angel. I am very familiar with it. Because interesting things came out about financial forecasts.
You're welcome.
Which makes me question a lot of things. But It doesn't question my feelings at all. I'm pretty happy to be where I'm at personally.
Didn't I get to shuffle?
No, it's my show now.
Okay then.
He's walking.
I can go make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, and everything's going south with the COVID. As happened here, our average for the week was over 1,000 cases, and that hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah.
So, since April.
April.
So it's very disappointing as they open up more stuff. Oh. Well, va va voom. We have the Eight of Cups, and that is upright. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and that is reversed. I'm going to have some thoughts on that. And there is the Ace of Wands, and that is upright. You know, I'm just going to say, Sanel, that I feel something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Did we have a time frame? What was the question again? Coming towards you in love life next with a marriage commitment. I'm just going to say right now, I don't see the marriage commitment. Because the Ten of Pentacles, kind of a family-oriented card, and it's reversed. So for some reason, to me, just answering your question right off the bat, I don't see necessarily a marriage commitment at this time. However, the Ace of Wands is indicating to me that there could be the start of a new relationship. It could be a start of something growthful, but maybe it's going to need more time to develop. I feel you are moving towards something that is going to be better for you in the long haul, something that you feel will fulfill you emotionally.
It's a journey towards that love you want. This is the path you're taking. You are possibly leaving things behind. You may be leaving things behind that are painful, with associations with your family or associations with people who are around you. Maybe these are people who have kind of overprotected you is the word I want to use. Maybe these are people who felt that they had more of a control over aspects of your life, and I think you're breaking that as you make this journey, and that this journey does lead or is with a friend who maybe provides encouragement and strength or shows you the way, that candle leading the way in a way.
Oh, hi, Sanel. I really don't think we're going to be able to get to today. My apologies, but we've got a really huge list and very little time left.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
I might pull a card for everybody at the end who's left on the list that we can't get to.
If I had to hazard a guess, I'm thinking the strongest energy I feel in the reading is that it's maybe a fire sign. So I'm wondering if it's, of course, one of those damn Leos that are all over the place today. No, I'm just teasing. But I feel a fire energy there.
Had a lot of emotion in that, Mr. O.
I just wanted to be
Are
silly.
you mad because KC mentioned I'm the star with my sparkly top?
I can wear a sparkly top, except I don't have one.
Yeah, I really do think something new is coming your way. I do.
Yeah, I do too. It's just probably not moving exactly towards love, but it is moving towards... I mean, it isn't love in the immediacy.
I feel it's not moving towards commitment. That's what I'm saying. Marriage, commitment. Not at this time. But, you know, sometimes things take time to happen or develop. I'm not saying the future, it won't go there. Because everything looks positive with this, except for the fact that I feel there's no commitment at this time.
Okay, and I just feel that whatever you're moving towards is emotionally pleasing. So yes, it could be love. It just, maybe like Banshee says, it's not a commitment.
I just wanted to clarify that. Mr. O?
Thank you. Frankenstein, which is the bear in the Lenormand. And then the little goblin, which is the child.
So I think something, this relationship is going to have a certain amount of stability to it. To me, the bear is about financial security often, but it can be, kind of a mothering, kind of nurturing. So I feel like there is a potential for growth here, but it's going to be small steps towards that. This is a relationship that, you will feel has some very sensitive, calming, empowering, actually, let me take that back and say empowering qualities to it. It's something that's going to make you feel a lot stronger and more self-confident, but it's going to take steps to develop and grow.
Right, and to me it coincides maybe with this Eight of Cups saying it's a path you're moving towards or you're moving on. And I agree with Banshee. I just think that the payoff is yet to come. You're building towards that. Keep in mind that, of course, this ace says it's a beginning, so it's not there yet, but you are starting that process.
And keep in mind, too, that sometimes a child... I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh, no. Something to do with the child.
The baby steps?
Oh, no. I might add, Sanel, that it's possible this person might be slightly younger than you, or maybe just a little less mature in attitude or thought, which is why it might take them a little time to really want to commit to something serious, really serious. So that's what we have for you. And Sanjib, you are up, and after Sanjib is January Girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, Libra Cusp, Basel, Kayla, Drozito, Divine You, Blah, Violet Ann, and the last person I just wrote, Sania.
So are we switching to one cards then, or what?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
No, not yet. I think we're going to go to our 4 o'clock and then switch.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Okay, and you're welcome, Sanal. Hope that helps.
General message for Sanjib. Okay.
All right.
Your cards?
Yes, we'll use the Crow's Magic Tarot.
And we're going to try to get as many as we can in, so we're going to move. Move, Mr. O.
It is a moving experience.
Aww.
I had a little fall leaf over here. Oh, that's right, because we moved the mic. I let it trail over the edge. I don't know if you saw that earlier.
I did.
Yes. Hello, Sunman. Sunny Cam. That's it. Rub against the mic.
And we pick it up again?
Sure.
Okay, the first card is the Nine of Swords reversed. Second card is the Seven of Coins reversed. And the third card is the Ten of Coins or Swords reversed. Ooh. Well, there's a lot of healing and recovery here, Sanjib. I don't know if this is emotional healing, but there are some getting back on your feet again in some respect. But I will say, maybe from a period where things were very slow moving and you didn't feel like progress was being made. There was a lot of worries and disappointments about things not turning out as you had planned. But it looks like that things are going to be on the upswing now, and you're going to be able to get back more solidly on your feet again. Whether this is in your material life or in your emotional life, things are starting to come back to a sense of normal.
I think you were waiting for somebody else or some other things to happen, and then at some point you might have realized that you can't really wait for them. You have to do things yourself. Part of them is really resolving some actual problems. Maybe it's in the neighborhood of personal disagreements or arguments or situations between you and people that could be impeding your progress or just making things uncomfortable or delayed for you. Yes. But I also feel too that what it was maybe you wanted other people to weigh in emotionally, or to resolve their difference emotionally, or to resolve your joint problems emotionally. And I think you probably had to decide it wasn't really going to happen in a time frame that worked for you.
So I've got Sir Pumpkinhead, and I've got the Book of Shadows. So it seems to me that you're going to find out you're going to find out something really important about somebody. Did you talk about a person in your reading waiting for somebody, etc.?
Well, I think there was somebody maybe that they were waiting for them to come along emotionally one way or the other, and then Sanjib possibly just abandoned that notion, or just decided they had to make a move for themselves.
Well, it seems like something is going to be revealed to you about someone that you know, and it could be a man. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. And it's going to be very important to the situation in this healing process in a way.
Yes, because this is a process, and you have decided that whether or not other people that are involved are healing, you need to work on yourself, whether that's more healing or whether that's just working with those situations you know that you have to kind of resolve. That Ten of Swords reverse, they're saying there are situations you have to put back into place. You have to resolve those. This is saying maybe there is somebody who will be there to help you. Maybe it's a male person or another person, but you're not quite there yet. And maybe, once again, it's a matter of them kind of getting up to your speed. Like, I think you're the one who has the direction and the energy, but you may be thinking you have to wait for other people. And maybe you do, but maybe you don't.
That's what we have for you. Hope that helps, Sanjib.
All right, Sanjib, thanks for coming.
And January girl, you are up. And then Tammy Bambi, Levi, Libra Cusp, Asel, Kayla, Dragito, Divine You, Blah, Violet Ann, and Sanel.
You may have to join us in the next live. If you're still here after 4, at 4, we will probably switch to a shorter reading just to kind of
give you a one-card overview from both of us.
Yeah, so we're going to stay here until this current list is exhausted, but at 4 o'clock our time, that's about 18 minutes, we will shorten the readings just to get through that. And that's for you.
Okay, January
Sanel.
girl, plan to approach B this week. Hopefully resume talks. Mentioning that part of the state. Oh.
How do you want to do that?
Well,
As a yes or no?
let's do a yes or no on
And
that.
then maybe see what else?
Well, and then we'll do the Lenormand. I think that's a good yes-no question. Bring out a deck.
Okay, we got it, January girl.
All right. So January girl, Tammy Bambi, Levi, and okay, let's see. Oops. I wish you'd picked a deck that was easier to see so we could go faster, but I'll let you look for the aces. All right. Here you go. So we need to move. I want to try to get as many big readings in as we can. All right.
Maybe there are no aces in this group.
Oh, there are, because I got one last time, so.
No, We have a no.
I would say it's not a good idea to mention it, you know.
Yeah, we have pretty much all the signs that says pretty much no, 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 no. We have the reversed Seven of Swords.
Okay.
We have the reversed Three of Cups. And then the upright Knight of Pentacles.
It's upright?
Yeah, it's upright.
Oh, okay. I see, because the... Huh.
So I'm wondering if the person just probably doesn't have a sense towards those kind of things. Like maybe I'm not...
I want to see that card. Go ahead.
Like just sort of like I'm not interested necessarily in what sounds... Well, let me pass on that one for the moment, because I think the Seven of Swords is just sort of saying that this is really kind of... both of these cards sort of say, like, this is not a person that would think along these lines, like they're...
Here's what I have to say.
Go on, please help me.
I could see he's having some issues, but I saw something right away. The Three of Cups reversed is indicating to me there's no good reason to bring this up. There's no cause for celebration. In other words, there's no cause to expect a better outcome by bringing this up. And the Knight of Pentacles, is the Knight of Pentacles?
Yes.
The Knight of Pentacles upright indicates to me that, you know, that there is interest in financial transactions and sales, obviously here, but this may not be that interesting to this person. They may kind of just fluff that off. It might not be the most deciding factor here. The Seven of Swords reversed indicates that, to me, you got to be clever about this, you know, in your approach to them. And I think what it's saying is the clever thing to do is to maybe not go there. Not go there.
I'm going to go with that. I mean, I think it was what I was trying to say, but I was really grasping for it. I didn't want to say, like, they're just not interested in this stuff.
No,
That's
Libra,
sort of
you're
what I was
upcoming.
getting there.
We may not be able to do full readings for everybody today. We're sorry about that. Like I said, we'll be able to at least pull a card.
Yeah, we can at least do that.
I'm going to do a quick Lenormand.
Okay, we have the skeleton key.
Well, I think the key here is this is the creepy trail, and that's the path card. The key here is to be careful. Well, the key here is the decision this person's going to make. I think that, you know, hopefully, you know, you're communicating with them. They will come up with a decision that will lead you to let you know which way this is going. I think that key is that, you know, you have this conversation and you kind of feel things out and decide where things are going.
Right. It may be the kind of thing where they need to be more involved in that decision or see what.
Well, obviously, it is their decision whether they're going to hire you or not. So I feel that they've got, you know, you're talking to them is going to make that happen, I feel. They're going to make a decision. And I can't really say, because these are kind of neutral cards, which way that decision's going to go. But I would say to be very careful with how you handle things with them. I don't know. I feel kind of mixed about this reading for you. And I'm sorry I can't get a little bit more specific with that, January girl, but I wish you luck. Tammy Bambi, you are up. And then Levi and Libra Cusp. I think we might be able to get the three of you in for bigger readings. And after that, it gets dicey. And we've got to move. Keep it moving. Ducks we can read. Oh, I'm sorry, pretty Ashley. We're not going to be able to get to you today. We might be able to throw a card for you at the very end, which is what we're going to do when we run out of time.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one, January girl.
It was very confusing, and I'm sorry. I think that you're best leaving that close to your chest, the thing about the business in your part of the state.
So Tammy Bambi, we are waiting for you.
I'm only going to give you a couple seconds, Tammy. Let me know if you're
we will
here.
Move on. No guarantee.
And Levi, why don't you post your question now, because you are next after Tammy, and we'll try to keep this going. Yeah, I see what you're saying about that. I could feel that area lessens the image of the firm. I just think in this case, less is more. I would focus on highlighting your talents, and hope for the best and reestablishing your communication and hope it works out. All right, we haven't gotten a response from Tammy.
We have Levi's
So
question.
we have Levi's question. We're going to roll with that.
I like the question.
We're going to do a yes-no on that, Levi, and then the Lenormand. And after, I'll go over the list again while Mr. O is shuffling. One more. There you go.
We had good news. One of our friends, and sometimes not lately, but a visitor here, found their missing cat that had been missing for over a month.
Actually, as our personal trainer.
Well, they're our friend too.
Of course. Our former personal trainer who did a lot for me.
But their old cat, 18-year-old cat, was missing for over a month. And they found it, which was remarkable.
And actually, somebody was taking care of it. So even better, the cat was safe, which is really cool.
Did you want me to go ahead and cut it off?
Nope, got him.
Yeah, I think they just didn't want to know that this old cat had, perished.
Definitely yes, Levi.
Wow.
Definitely yes. 3 aces. Of course they're there by you. They definitely want to lend their help and support.
Right, you're the Ace of Pumpkins, which is Pentacles, the Ace of Bats, which is Swords, and the Ace of Imps. So, yes, a lot of people don't realize that, but mostly I believe ancestors are around us most of the time. We may not realize it. We may not give pause for that. I have no idea if maternal might be there more than paternal. I have felt it both ways in my own experience.
I know, indeed. We have the Bloody Fountain. And then we have the Scythe again, the Grim Reaper. I almost get the feeling that this is telling me that it's not like a cadre of ancestors that's going to help you. There may be 1 or 2 specifically that are going to lend you support or strength. If you can think who they may be, it seems to me, because the park or the garden is kind of like a social landscape and a social gathering. So if I think of the other world, where all these ancestors are gathered, and then you have the Scythe there, I think it might also mean to me, Levi, that it is somebody maybe who has passed on more recently that might be the ancestor who is going to help you. Don't know why I'm getting that.
That's interesting. I'm not sure that I would have said that. I sort of felt like it was the metaphor of, there may be many ancestors in the pool or in the fountain, but only some are going to make the cut.
Right. There are only some are going to connect with you. So maybe it's not everybody, but there's some out there that really are looking out for you, So maybe someday we can explore that a little bit further.
Well, we know that for ourselves, we mostly try to remember and honor our parents and
Libra
grandparents.
Cusp, your question. Sorry, I'm moving Mr. O along.
He's just too chatty.
I know we can get Libra in and we might be able to get a cell, and we've got to unfortunately cut it off there, but we will do 1 card readings for everybody else. Otherwise, we could go on all night, and we can't. We've been doing it for 2 hours.
We'll stick with Halloween deck for Libra's question. What's coming towards them?
Okay. Oh, my goodness. What did you drop? You're not telling.
It was sideways.
Okay. Okay, Mr. O.
Thank you, Violet Ann.
We're working it today.
That's interesting. Your maternal grandmother's maternal grandmother. Ooh, that's like 4 generations, I guess.
You want to pick it up? Oh, wow.
Queen of Swords. Upright. The Moon reversed. And 4 of Wands. 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
Reversed.
Well, that's not bad.
No.
So basically, kind of what is that? Queen of Wands?
Swords.
So I think this week is about making some key decisions for yourself to improve your conditions in your life. The 4 of Imps reversed just basically says to me that there's going to be some minor improvements this week based on some of the decisions that you are making. And I think you're going to be making these decisions because suddenly, like, this light bulb goes off in your head that you're just going to know what you need to do.
Is that the Moon?
Yep.
Yes, and I sort of feel that to some degree why that happens maybe is that it's not just that the light bulb goes off, but really the light bulb reveals a passage written in a book that you were having a hard time reading that just sort of it makes sense in a way. And an informed decision is the best decision.
And I'm going to toss the Lenormand for you.
Alrighty. I hope you like that, Levi.
Well, the bats are out. That's the birds. And then we got the creepy trail. So this is really interesting to me because, again, the bats are birds, which is news or information, people talking, a lot of people chatting and talking. And then we have the creepy trail, which is about decisions. So again, it seems like maybe through talking some things out with others or maybe getting some advice from others, you're going to know exactly what you need to do to make some minor improvements or modifications in some area of your life in this week ahead.
I feel that's very true, and my only caveat would be that with that Moon there, reversed or otherwise, just listen to your instinct. If it sounds like BS from one of the people who advises you or gives their opinion, it could be.
So Kayla, Asel, you are up. Asel, you are the last that we can do a full reading for if you are here.
You're
if you
welcome.
are not here, I will go down the list till I find somebody who is. So Asel, let us know you're here right now.
Or off we go to our other readings. And how many folks are left about?
9.
Wah! And Estelle may not be here.
I put the name out there.
Okay.
And if not, we'll throw them down at the 1 card reading and maybe do that. Okay, is Kayla here? Did Kayla come back? Because I have a feeling Kayla did not come back. Okay, nothing from Asel yet.
And in less than a minute, it's 4 o'clock.
I know, but I'll still throw one more in. We maybe can get to a new person here today. Last call, Asel. Okay. So, Drazito, are you still with us? I can actually do a full reading for you.
Drazito Santos. Alrighty.
I'm going to give this just a moment more because I can go down the list further. 7 watching now according to this. Let's shut it down. Divine You, are you with us? Divine You.
Well, believe me, sometimes I just want to say, okay, let's go sit on the couch now and relax for a while.
Oh, we'll do that.
We will.
No, we will.
I'm hoping to make spaghetti later this afternoon.
I am a busy beaver today. I'm trying to get all of my templates done for the spreads I want to offer. Asel is here. Okay, fine. Asel.
You get it then.
Give us your question, Asel, right now. That's it.
Oh, the Banshee's pulling out all the stops.
And then after that, we're doing 1 cards quickly and we'll be done.
The Magnificent Seven. Let me guess. You're Brynner, right? That's Magnificent Seven Yul Brynner, not Westworld Yul Brynner.
Oh, dear.
Popular culture.
Okay, Asel, did you post your question? Because I'm not seeing it. Time is...
fleeting. You'd make a fine Yul Brynner. The King and I. I want to burst into song. The King and I was a musical. Stop me, Banshee.
Stop him. I don't know if it... Okay, what person is Danila Sagittarius? So something about them. What kind of person?
Okay, you got the cards?
We can do that.
All right, Asel, we have your question.
Thank you. Sorry I'm rushing, but we're at the end of the line. Shuffle, Mr. O.
Mr. O can do that.
All right, so 1 card's for everybody else right after Asel's reading. And I'm trying to think of the best way to do the 1 cards. Maybe we'll do the pile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be the best
pile.
way. Yeah, here. All right.
That's true. We could do that. We could create a pool down there.
So let's see. What kind of person? Oh.
Oh.
Interesting reading, Asel. We've got the Knight of Bats, which is the Knight of Swords. We have the Lovers card. And we have the Ace of Pumpkins.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead. So I don't know. I'm assuming maybe this is a relationship question.
Don't know, but this is a person who is pretty direct. They just kind of go where they go, and they may tend to lead the way, or they're not afraid of expressing their opinion or putting their best foot forward. They kind of have a really confident attitude about themselves, and maybe even more so when it comes to the realms of the emotions, because the Lovers there would seem to indicate they're a person who really puts a lot of emphasis on their emotional well-being, but also the emotional well-being of a person or partner that they might be connected with. In other words, it's the epitome of a person who really is a good partner in a relationship. And then finally, with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pumpkins, this card could be saying that maybe this is a person who is magnetized towards the idea of creating prosperity, of having a good job, or of being involved in ventures that promote prosperity and good finance.
So basically, I think the Knight of Swords there, correct, is saying that this person is very logical oriented, very air oriented, very communicative. I don't know if they're an air sign or not. That doesn't necessarily have to mean that.
They said Sagittarius.
Okay. It just means that they're very communicative. The Lovers, to me, indicates this is the kind of person who might be somewhat the opposite from you. You know how opposites attract? There may be some things that, they bring something to your life that maybe you lack and could, benefit from that experience. The Ace of Pentacles, to me, can indicate what he said about money and finance and being important. I feel that they could take their their physical lives and their bodies very seriously, that they're very much into their health and their routines of health and well-being.
Are those lilies?
Yes, they are.
Oh, it's
Why?
like a sort of shadow from the Lenormand. What lilies are there? Maybe. And I see you, Kayla, so we can still do a very short reading for you if you hang
We're
around.
doing a one card, Kayla, for everybody who got missed. And there's quite a few.
Thanks for coming again.
So let's, did I do the Lenormand? I did not.
No.
Let me do that and see what else we get for you.
So this is the cell, and this was our last full-length reading. From here on, everybody that's left in the chat room that hasn't had a reading will get a brief one-card reading, and we'll just try to get through that list over there. We have a feeling it may not take that long because some people maybe aren't coming back. But if you stick around, Kayla.
We have the Dark Heart, which is the heart. And then we have the Bloody Fountain. Well, gosh, that almost seems like, I don't know if this is a relationship you're looking at. This almost seems like it could lead to a marriage. The fountain is kind of the park or garden, which can be a celebration, a social gathering of some sort. Or maybe this is where you've met this person at.
I'm thinking it's that maybe you somehow met them socially one way or the other, and you probably are captivated with them, or you probably are intrigued with them.
This has a potential of deepening.
And
Definitely.
I don't know if you're aware of the cultural implications of the Dracula story, but we sort of have a representation of that on there too. And I think that what Banshee said really is interesting, the attraction of opposites. Mm-hmm. So anyways, it does look interesting, like they are a person who intrigues you, and possibly you will want to know better under other circumstances too.
How about we use the Everyday Witch Tarot for this?
So now we're going to move on to the last of our readings.
One card readings for everybody I have left.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to
We're creating a pile of cards here, and I'm going to let Mr. O put his hands on it too, and then we'll be drawing cards for one card for people from this pile.
And we're just going to go through the list. I think we're just going to read for you whether you're here or not.
So
just
basically, listen. I think we have a Strazito.
Shall I?
Yep.
Okay, this card is for you, Mr. Santos or Miss Santos, and it's the Sun. And the Sun card suggests that maybe you're finding out things, maybe you're about to receive good fortune, maybe you know about somebody getting married, or maybe your own relationship is deepening, things like that.
The Sun card is a card of health and vitality and success. You know, just really, really positive vibration here. So if you're working on something and you're hoping for a positive outcome, I think this is a clear sign of success in some venture of yours.
And that was for Dracito.
So now I'm going to pull a card for Kayla.
This one's for you, Kayla.
I'm not looking because these cards, you can tell if they're upright or reversed. So I'm trying not to look, but I pulled an upright one. Let's hope it's a good one. Oh, Kayla, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Awesome card for health and well-being. If you're starting some new exercise program, diet regime, health treatments, very, very positive. Obviously, as far as finances go, all systems go. Looks like some money coming in.
Yeah, it's good if you are starting a new job, or it means you're starting something new that probably will merit some financial benefits for you. But yes, in general, I think too that this is talking about anything that has the approach of metering, of having a sense of control. So like a diet or things like that. It's a good omen.
Would that be a yes or no?
Yeah.
I think it would be a yes. Okay, so now, Mr. O, you can pull one for Divine You.
I hope you're here, Divine You, but if you show up, you can always look at it later. It'll be right at the end.
No peeky.
Okay. Oh, and it was reversed, and it's the King of Cups reversed. And so this is saying maybe somebody you're dealing with right now is maybe not the most kind person to you at this moment, or maybe it's yourself. Maybe it's just saying that certain things are displeasing to the point where you're unsatisfied or uncomfortable with a person's actions is what I'm wondering. What do you think, Bench?
Well, I think that, emotional stability and control this week is going to be important for you, Divine You. I think that you got to kind of keep a balance. Something might try to rattle your cage a little bit, and just, do some meditation, calm yourself down, take a long hot bath or shower, and just let it fall off of you.
Is there somebody that maybe you could talk to? Somebody who is comforting to you? I'm thinking there is somebody who is mentorish or friend. Maybe you should just, have a chat with them too.
Okay, Blah. This card's for you if you're with us.
Hi, Blah.
What's up, right? Oh, I wish it weren't. It's the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords indicates that there's been some blows, or there could be some blows that kind of rock your world this week. But the good news is, once it happens, it's over, it's done with. And you can move forward more positively with your life. Look at that Ten of Swords card. Despite the fact that they're lying on the ground there with swords in their back, the sun is shining once more, which means the worst is going to be over. Just get it over with, whatever this may be, and you're ready to move forward in a more positive direction, Blah.
The sun is shining and the villain is running away, and quite frankly, you're not necessarily sure that they were stabbed fatally because they're reaching for their broom, which is sort of like a magical idea of like, hold on, I'm going to take care of this. So it's saying hope does spring.
Okay, you're pulling one for Violet Ann.
All right, Violet Ann. Let's see if I can get a nice one for you because you're so nice to us. And I have the Five of Cups.
Well, okay.
And that says that mostly it's okay in your world. You may not realize it, but no matter what does slip away from you, something always does kind of remain with you. And in general, it really sets the mood of the table that you see in the background there, that there are still pleasant things in life for you.
So this week is not a week to dwell on past defeats or past setbacks. This is a time to look at what resources you have available to you now, what still remains, and take what joy you can out of that and move forward from there. Don't think you're going to move forward if you're dwelling on past defeats. Look at what you have going for you and push it forward.
Very nice. And we'll probably see you on your show.
Sanel, we are pulling a card for you right now. You pulled that one, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what I get. Wow, we're getting the aces in this reading. It's almost like we are doing yes/no readings. It's the Ace of Wands upright, Sania. And
You're welcome,
you know what?
Valentine.
That is an awesome card. That is the beginning of something. Something positive. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new job. It could be something, a new project or goal that you're setting for yourself that's actually going to take off. And has the potential to grow into something really fantastic.
Because the wands relate to fire signs, it really talks about excitement to me. The fiery energies just seem to go well with exciting things. So I'm thinking whatever is starting is really exciting. I get the feeling like maybe it could be a new writing project for some reason, like something you want to write about.
Okay. And last but not least, I don't think they're here anymore, but Pretty Ashley, if you are, this is for you.
That's probably right.
Yeah, I think it is yours. Either way, it's fine.
Okay, and we got that one. We have the Magician reversed, which may be indicating that your willpower or your ability to focus may be compromised in this week ahead or so. It may be that you're normally pretty focused, but maybe there are just some things that are distracting you right now. I'm not exactly sure what that might be. Do you have any idea with that?
No, because with the Magician, it could be almost anything, but it's something that, you obviously are working on at present, whether it's a relationship. It just seems like you're not you know, things will not happen if you do not focus your will enough, your intent on getting things done. I think there's a bit of scattering. You have really the potential to see this through, but your heart or your will is not into it. And if you really want to make something happen this week, Pretty Ashley, then you really have to focus. You have to focus, and really want it.
Right, you have to believe it with every core of your being.
Right. You know, that's often what it takes. There's so much truth to that. You get what you put into it. And I'm going to leave it at that. And I think we're done.
We are.
Did I miss anybody who's still in the room who wants a 1 card?
Anybody else? Last
call.
chance.
Shout out
if you
now.
are in the room and you have not indicated and want to read it and have not got one,
or forever hold your peace.
Because we're about to put this puppy to bed, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the cards up and say, wow, thanks for making this such a wild and crazy show today. It's been fun. It's been real. And we love reading for you all.
It works when you have a good partner, Kellyo.
Thanks a lot. I do try to keep things on track. I can't believe I'm saying that as an Aries, because you know how we can be. Although, maybe that's why I was able to move through it so fast, eh? Eh, Mr. O? I know it can't be any Virgo in my chart.
I was looking at saying something pithy, but it just doesn't come to my mind.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, we will see you same time, same place next week, or join us Thursday evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thanks again. Don't forget to like the page if you haven't. And we hope to see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.